Hi, welcome back. Let's look at today's topic. Do you have a friend who always makes you feel bad about yourself? Maybe they're always criticizing you or making jokes at your expense. It can be tough to know what to do in this situation. If you stay with us till the end, we will also tell you how to deal with such a person. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. It is important, firstly, to set boundaries and make sure you're not being taken advantage of. If your friend is just being a little annoying, then ignoring them may be the best way to go. If not, then it may be best to simply ignore the situation. If you decide to confront them, there are a few things you can do. First, try to focus on your own self-esteem. This can be difficult, but it is important to remember that you are a valuable person no matter what anyone else thinks of you. Try to surround yourself with positive people who make you feel good about yourself. Finally, don't take it personally when a condescending person ignores you. It probably has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their own insecurities. First, try to be calm and rational. This will help you get your point across without sounding accusatory. Start by explaining how their words or actions are affecting you. Try to avoid sounding like you are blaming them. For example, say, I feel belittled when you speak to me in that tone instead of you always speak to me in a way that makes me feel bad. It may also help to give specific examples of what has been happening. This will help your friend understand exactly what you are talking about. If you are close friends and this is out of character for them, then it may be worth having a conversation. They may become defensive or dismissive of your feelings. If this happens, it may be best to take a break from the conversation and come back to it later. However, if this is just a casual acquaintance, then it may not be worth your time to confront them. If they are just being annoying, then ignoring them may be the best way to go. However, if they are being malicious, then it is best to confront them. First off, let's talk about what a condescending person is. Condescending people are those who think they are superior to others. They may look down on people who they think are less intelligent or less experienced than them. This can make the other person feel belittled and bad about themselves. Condescending people may not even realize that they are doing this. They may think that they are just being helpful or giving advice when in reality they are making the other person feel worse. If you have a condescending friend, you may be wondering whether you should ignore them. It really depends on the situation. There are a few things to keep in mind when deciding whether to ignore a condescending friend. First, consider the severity of the situation. Another thing to consider is your relationship with this friend. How close are you? Have they done this sort of thing before? Finally, consider your own personality. Are you the type of person who can easily confront others? It is also important to be prepared for your friend's reaction. If you decide to ignore a condescending friend, there are a few things you can do to make it easier. Well, here's 3 ways to deal with them. Number 1, if they're not adding value to your life, if they're not bringing anything positive to the table, then just let them go. You don't need to be rude or disrespectful. You don't need to call them out or make them feel bad. Just simply ignore them and move on. Number 2 is to engage with them. Talk to them about what they're doing, what they're saying, how they're acting, and if they're still being condescending, walk away from the conversation. And number 3 is to confront them. If they're being condescending towards you, if they're talking down to you, tell them how their words are making you feel. Tell them that they're being condescending and that it's not okay. And if they don't listen, then you know what? It's time to move on. It's time to let them go. And what if it's a family member? That stuff. It really depends on the type of relationship you have with that family member. If they're belittling you, making you feel like you're less than them, then it may be that you have to cut them off. You don't need that in your life. You don't need to have that toxic energy around you. It will be painful and hard to do. But in the long run will mean you can have some happiness and peace in your life. You can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved, and if they don't see the light, then move on. You have better things to do with your time. But what if you're the condescending friend? Then you need to check yourself. Ask yourself, why do you feel the need to put others down? Is it because you're insecure? Are you feeling a little threatened? And once you figure out why you're being condescending, you need to stop. It's not helpful, it's not kind, and it's certainly not making you look good. Let them know that you won't tolerate being spoken to in a disrespectful way. If they continue to make fun of you or try to belittle you, then it's perfectly okay to remove yourself from the situation. This could mean changing the subject, walking away, or even ending the friendship. It's important to remember that you're not obligated to put up with anyone's bad behavior, no matter how close they are to you. By setting boundaries, you're letting them know that their words have consequences and that you won't be around if they continue to disrespect you. So what will you do when your friend crosses the line? Will you give them a piece of their own medicine, or will you set boundaries and walk away? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button and share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. As always, thanks for watching.